Do you ever get really far into your Minecraft world, but then you still have this like weird scuffed area where all your stuff is just out on the ground? Yeah, me neither. But in all seriousness, we've been building up this island, but over here we've still got our enchanting setup just sitting on the grass. And we're not even going to mention the animals and all the stuff over there. But today we're going to take this enchanting setup from sitting on the grass to being in a massive, beautiful fantasy towers building. We've got heaps of work to do, so let's start getting prepared. Before we do any building or terraforming, we're going to have to make sure our tools are nice and mended and ready to use. That way we won't have to think about them as we're gathering supplies and building. Our shovel in particular needs a bit of love. So we've headed down to our zombie XP farm to mend those. Oh no, don't want to lose our only minecart. This is our triple spawner farm, so it should be pretty quick and easy to get some tools mended here. And I do keep forgetting to bring a carpet to put on top of the hopper. But it's okay, we can kind of still collect all the XP that gets stuck in it by just going like, try again like this. It's a bit of a scuffed solution, but it still works. And we're all mended. Next, let's go back up and figure out where we're going to build. This is slow. Nearly there. There we go. And I think I do already know where I want to build this, and it is up the stairs plus the cat cafe. The issue being, when we get up the stairs, there's just kind of a drop and a bunch of uneven terrain. We're going to have a big space in front of the towers for a garden or something, so we won't want to start building until we get to back around here, which means that we've got a lot of terraforming to do, and we've got heaps of dirt and granite for terraforming, but we also want heaps of stone brick, because that's what we make our roads out of. So our first mission is going to be to go down to our mines, which is another part of this scuffed area. It's just kind of a hole in the ground, but we're going to collect as much stone as we can. And this will be good not only for terraforming, but also for actually building our towers. I think we'll use some stone for that as well. Oh, iron. I'll never say no to iron. But we're aiming to get at least like 10 or 12 stacks of this, so I'll see you once that's done. And here we have it. We'll turn some of this into stone bricks, and then we're ready to start terraforming. And here we are terraforming, just adding the road that'll go to the towers, and then adding a bunch of dirt blocks and just getting rid of the flowers in the way. What do we think? I think this is a plenty of flat land, so I'm thinking the road will go up to the towers, which will be kind of here and here, with a bit of a bridge between them, and then a few more rooms on this side as well. But before we continue, we need to have a quick little intermission. Ow, that was ouchy. Previously, we made this cat cafe, and I asked you guys for cat names. And we have one name tag, so we're going to use that on the most popular name that I saw commented a few times. M-A-P-L-E. Maple. And for all the rest, we'll write in a cat cafe book. Okay, I gave every cat in the book a name and personality based on the book at my local cat cafe. And the names are, of course, all from you guys in the comments. So we have Maple, we have Millie, Oti, Pumpkin, Snowball, Casper, and Luna. Okay, intermission over, back to the enchanting towers. I placed these dirt blocks so we can start planning out a little bit of the layout. So I was thinking we start a tower along here. And we'll do it kind of this size. Oh, I think I tried to light up everything below me, but there's still clearly a zombie down there somewhere. Oh, well, not there, I guess. No, okay. Zombie? Okay, I don't know. I guess I can just live down there, but we'll do another tower the same on this side of the path. And then over here, I want to do some more square kind of buildings with a balcony on top. We'll have the entrance to the whole thing over here, and then we'll do a little bit coming off the side as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and back over here. So now that we're this room that we can go in, which could be good for the enchanting setup. Hello, horse. I don't think you'll be in here. But anyway, we've also got this little room through here, and then we'll have this tower through here, which is also the perfect size for an enchanting setup, or it could go up the top of one of the towers. So we'll have to wait and see. But before we get started, we need to gather supplies, and I've been using this birch wood a lot of the time for almost all the buildings here, but I think we're going to have to pivot from it because I don't really like using the planks textures so much for castle type structures, because I feel like castles are not usually made of like all wood. Not that this is exactly a castle, but big towers, it's kind of a similar vibe. I don't mind stripped wood so much though, so I was thinking maybe we could use some of this jacaranda stripped wood. So I started planting some of the trees over here and collecting some of that wood, so we'll just get a little bit more of that. And then maybe we'll mix in a little bit of the birch for some warmth, kind of a gradient. I just don't want to use too much of that planks texture, but we'll see what we can do. But let's keep collecting more of this, and then we'll probably get together some concrete as well for the top of the towers. I need at least 8 stacks of logs, so I waited for some more to grow, and I went off to the beach while I was waiting to collect some sand. We got heaps of the seagrass stuff while we were there, but more importantly, we got sand to make pink concrete. And here's a tower of pink concrete powder. And with a little more resource collecting done, I think we've got all the building stuff we'll need. So let's just start by building up the stone foundation. So we'll want a little bit of this regular stone as well as mossy stone bricks for texture. But most of it will just be this regular stone brick. So let's go up by about 9 blocks. And then we're going to add in the occasional mossy brick, especially towards the bottom, so the grass is kind of affecting it. And then we'll just keep going up all the way around. We're then going to punch out a couple of windows, maybe one here and then up a bit further. And this makes kind of the base of our first tower. Obviously, it's going to be a lot taller than this, but we're going to be using this wood stripped for up above the stone. Right now, we're just working on the stone layers though, so we can go ahead and do the exact same thing to this tower. I think they're going to be pretty much identical. And now with the base of these 2 towers in, let's work on this area. And we are going to have more towers pitched on the kind of roof of this part. Actually, the biggest one, but let's start with this. Okay, looking at it from way over here, I feel like the skyline this is going to create is going to look so good. I'm excited to build the rest, but we do need to do a couple of things first. I want to work out a little gradient so that hopefully we can add a little bit more warmth into the white section that we're about to be making. Kind of where the top of the towers are. So I was thinking if we make some birch slabs. Let's see how this looks. So we're kind of going from yellowy white to straight up white. Okay, that's so far so good. Darker and then a little bit lighter. And then if we place 2 of these, they turn into this kind of white birch. And then this, how's that? Well, I feel like this will be really good. It looks good to me. The other thing I think would be really helpful is if we had a few rockets to use with our wings, because this building is going to be so tall. And we've got a light show, we just don't have the farms needed for rockets yet. I've definitely been putting that off, but I think a few rockets could be really helpful to us while building this, just because it is really tall. So we're gonna grab some of our sugar cane. I think we have a heap more in storage, but we'll make some of that into paper, and then if we stay up tonight, maybe we can get a few creepers. It also might help us actually get more gunpowder if we had more than looting 1 on our sword. So I guess while we're waiting for night, we could try get looting 2 or 3. So we're just gonna make a couple of books that we can add onto our sword. And I think somewhere we've got a looting villager. I don't know if it's looting 2 or 3, which is why we might need 2 books. Oh, here we go, looting 2. Okay, we'll get 2 of these. And I don't know if we have the levels to add both. No, we definitely don't. Well, we got looting 2 for now, and it's becoming sunset, so that should help us get some more gunpowder. We could even watch them up our castle here. We have all 3 other mobs over there, and that's a creeper. They really do camouflage. Maybe we'll hit him once with an arrow. And now we'll get him with the sword. Did looting help us? 4 gunpowder. Yes, it did. Ah! Ah! Well, I was trying to sneak up on another creeper and get that spider, and that didn't go too well. You come here. I know there's still another creeper somewhere. There you are. And another one. Well, we got 12, which makes 36 rockets. That's not too bad. That'll definitely do us for this project. Also, should we have a little fly? We haven't flown around here yet, since we haven't actually had any rockets. Oh, look at our island. You can really see it. It looks so good. It's gonna look even better with this. And with that, I think we're ready to keep building these towers. And this is definitely the biggest build I've ever done just for an enchanting setup, but I think it was totally worth it. Definitely ignore all of the grass and the random lavender going on at the moment. I just kind of bone mealed the grass so that it looks like something for now. But we are going to structure this into a proper garden or something in future. I was thinking of doing a build here as well, but that's a future problem. For now, let's have a look at the interior. So we've got this blank room here, and I was thinking this could be the enchanting setup or some kind of library. I definitely want it to be filled with bookshelves though, and then we've got this little room in here, which is just going to be straight up a little staircase for you, going up to these little balconies, which are just cute little viewing platforms, but also we've got this little room in here as well. And I feel like this is also a pretty good shape and size for an enchanting room. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it. Our enchanting setup is going in here. But then if we come back downstairs, the other way we can go is through here, which leads into this tower outside and into this tower. And we do also have top floors that connect to each other, but I feel like the only way up is going to be via a ladder. Unless we can make a staircase. I don't know how that's going to go though. Definitely intersects with that window. I guess we could try do it this way. Let's see. It's a bit of a parkour situation. Realistically, are we ever going to come up here? Probably not. But I guess that means it's okay if it's not the quickest staircase to climb. No! Oh, we made it, and then we can go across the bridge and into this room. It'd actually be really cool to have an enchanting setup up here, because it'd be like you have to climb all the way up to get to it. But also, I'm not doing that to myself. Let's put in a little railing up here. Okay, maybe instead it's like if you come all the way up here and across here, you get a little library of special restricted books. But to actually enchant, we don't have to go up here. In order to do all this decorating though, we're going to need a lot of books. Luckily, our librarian sells some, so if we get some emeralds, we can go trade for them. 1 emerald trades, perfect. The other thing we'll need to bring is our actual enchanting setup. I'm going to use our silk touch pickaxe. Even though it's kind of slow, it'll pick up the bookshelves while preserving them. Otherwise, they just turn into books. Then we can start by putting in this. Or even a couple more, and then we could fill the walls with paintings. There's some that have books on them, but I don't know what kind of size they are. I'm going to bring up the rest of our decorations, so to put a bit of a pattern into the floor, and maybe some shelves and things on the walls as well. And here we have it, the finished enchanting setup. We've got some little armor stands, we've got some shelves and some mushrooms and crystals. Everything to make it look a little more magical and also cozy. And now we just have to work on all the other rooms. These little rooms won't be too involved, so we'll do them off camera like this one through here. But this one, I want to make it into a bit more of a library. And I'm placing these down to get the books off them, because I kind of want to use the other type of bookshelves. So like this, and then we can individually place the books in. We can go up some of these walls with them, and then maybe have study desks or something in between. This is very satisfying. And that room is all decorated, along with the rest of the towers. Okay, so final little tour, and before we do anything, I have to point out the skyline, because isn't this looking so cool from here? Mere pumpkin soup, you're being very noisy today. But when we come up here, we ignore the garden, or lack of garden. But we come in here, and this is our little library room and study area. We've got all of the bookshelves on each side. We've got 4 little study desks in the middle with books and candles. And then we can come through here, which is kind of an extension of the library and also just kind of like extra storage room. I mean, not for me, it's all empty, but just like for the library. But then we come up here and we've got our enchanting room. Or if we take a left from the library, we've just got these cute little towers over here. They're kind of minimally decorated, but if we come up here, we can cross over the bridge and into the little restricted section of the library. And that about does it for today. So here is our island progress. I think we'll be done with it in about 3 to 5 more episodes, I would say. But leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.